It's 2014 and Bobby Shmurda taking over the game. He got a hit everybody love and even got some good follow-up songs. But before his career could even get started, but where did everything even go wrong? Like I said, back in 2014, Bobby was just broke. And he wanted to change his life, so he came up with a plan and decided to take his chance. All Bobby had was a little $20 in his pocket, and he decided to go book a studio session with. What he ain't know was that little 20 piece was gonna change his life. He stepped in the studio that night and made an anthem, a song the world will never forget. Hot nigga. Bro dropped this song, and it started going crazy. Vid had almost 1 billion views and really started his career. And him being smart, he took advantage of it unlike a lot of these other rappers. Because after that first hit, he dropped another one, and another one, and another one. And over time, he started to become loved by the world, becoming a household name everybody was gonna know. People knew he had a future. People knew Bobby was next up until everything came crashing down. Bobby got arrested, and at first people was like, oh yeah, he about to beat that. He finna beat that, come right back out rapping. Until charges really came out. Bobby got hit with conspiracy, reckless endangerment, weapon charges, conspiracy in the 2nd degree, 3 counts of conspiracy in the 3rd degree, reckless endangerment in the 2nd degree, and 2 counts of criminal possessions of a weapon in the 2nd degree. And he said that his bond was about $2 million, and his label, Epic Records, ain't want to pay up, so he had to sit. Feds found over 20 guns that involved him and the whole GS9 crew he was involved with. And when the world found this out, they knew bro was gonna have to sit. The feds was trying to position Bobby like he was a gang leader. They was basically saying he was the main head of everything that was going on with his GS9 crew. And they had him facing 8 to 25. Feds kept going though. They was basically saying his songs was a reenactment of everything they was accusing him of. He was rapping about killing. They tied him to it. He was rapping about what they was moving in the streets. They tied him to him. Everything was just lining up. But Bobby would just sit for a while, and eventually the people that got locked up with him started to get hit. They started to get charged, and these charges was crazy. All these GS9 members was just getting fried, and one of them even got 117 years. Then another, Alex A-Rod, got hit with 53. And the courts even came out giving their reason. They was convicted of multiple incidents involving shock and violence, which reflected utter disregard for human life. The sentence imposed on him today will protect the community and ultimately punish behavior that terrorized countless innocent people. So you can only imagine how Bobby was feeling. Somebody who got locked up with him got 100 years, other got 50. So Bobby was probably in there panic. Not just because he was facing this charge, but the fact that he got a rap career. He was probably sitting in there regretting everything. But at heart, he was still a real nigga, because sentencing time came around. He made a decision that most people wouldn't. When he got arrested, someone he came up with had to sit with Rowdy Rebel. And the reason I say Bobby real, because he took a deal that would lower Rowdy's sentence. Bobby said, I did it for Rowdy. They offered me 5 and offered Rowdy 12. They said the only way they'll give him 7 is if I took 7 too. So, I had to take one for the dog. And after getting hit with 7, he was just sitting for a minute. It was probably getting rough in there. Bobby was just wanting to protect himself. So he snuck in a weapon, got caught with it. Is it true that on that date that you did in fact possess a white latex glove balloon wrapped in tape with a sharp metal object? And they was trying to hit bro with a felony over that, and it wasn't even really a trauma. They really did sentence bro for that. Gave him 4 years for the shank, but God was on his side. They had the 4 years one concurrent with the sentence he already got, meaning the 4 years will be served with his 7 and not added on. So at the end, he ain't getting more time. But he kept sitting, and while he was in there, it was getting crazy. Bro came out talking about some moments while he was locked up. All the times when I was fighting police, that's when I felt defeated, because when I fight police, I used to be on some F everything. When someone made me mad, I just want to hurt somebody. Those days, yeah, I felt defeated. But his days in the pen wasn't all bad. Bro was in there getting active. I'm talking about he was getting necked up at the visitations. He said sometimes when they be going down, some of the guards would come by, and some of them wouldn't even care. They be like, you don't got nothing to do with me. But some of the other ones was like, chill, bro, what is you doing? And let's separate them. But some years went by, he's still locked up. 2018 come around, and the world found out he was eligible for parole in 2020. And everyone got excited again. Really had the whole world so ready for him to get out. People seen the amount of good music he was dropping before he got locked up, and they was excited for the good music he was gonna drop when he got out. But this whole good music point, it's gonna be real important in the future. I just want you to keep that in the back of your mind. But the world found out he getting out. Like I said, people had everywhere. Everybody on social media talking about it. People was just ready for Bobby to come home. But this early release was only if he could keep his good behavior up. Because over this whole sentence, bro ended up getting over 11 violations, from having drugs on him to fighting and even that shank. But 2018 was cool for his listeners too, because that year he finally came out with a song. But it was a song with him and 6ix9ine. And of course, it was a jail call, so people really couldn't judge whether the song was good or not. It was just him on the jail call, and people was happy to see his name on the song again. 2019 come around and bro name in the news once again. Bobby Shmurda refuses to join Meek Mill's fight for criminal justice reform. Shmurda goes on to say that he don't believe that simply talking about or bringing awareness to criminal justice reform will influence change. However, he does agree that only real action like the new legislation from the Philadelphia Supreme Court will make a difference. Meek seen this and had to clear it up. He said somebody gave Bobby the wrong information. And Meek really started this whole thing because of how unfairly he was getting treated by tough. Like if you remember, it was a point in time where he got arrested for riding a dirt bike in New York. But this whole reform movement he had going on was really backed by billionaires, celebrities, even Jay-Z. In January 2019, Meek Mill and Jay-Z announced the launch of Reform Alliance, a $50 million criminal justice initiative backed by billionaires and stars including Robert Kraft, Michael Rubin, Van Jones. The group will work to improve the probation system in states across the country. But fast forward to 2020, the time when he was supposed to be released came around and his bail got denied. He had been saying for years he was going to be free in 2020, and after serving 6 years, he got denied. But some months go by. February 2021 come around, the man, he took the extra years for it, ended up getting released. And he came out saying Bobby was coming home real soon. And eventually, that came true. February 23rd, 2021, Bobby got released from prison, but on some real heavy restrictions. Bobby Shmurda prohibited from drinking alcohol, going to bars, even hanging out with gang members as part of the conditions of his new parole, which is on February 23rd, 2026. He also has to adhere to an 8 p.m. curfew and must take substance testing and counseling for anger and aggression. And just listening to that, it sounded like a trap. Okay, I can see no alcohol, no hanging around gang members, but giving this man an 8 p.m. curfew, it's crazy. One, this a grown man. Two, he a rapper, an established rapper. He got shows to do, he got money to make. So for y'all to tell this man he gotta be back in the house at 8 o'clock, don't that sound a little crazy? Don't that sound like they trying to trap bro and bring him right back to the pen? But at the end of the day, he did get released. And the world was excited for him to be home. They just wanted some new music. But the new music, it never came. He got home and didn't drop nothing. Yeah, he was out on social media all the time with rappers, but he never dropped no music. One thing he was doing was posting a lot of snippets. And when these snippets started coming out, people was like, this is trash. People was feeling like Bobby just got out of jail and forgot how to make music. But people was still letting it slide. They was like, look, let's wait for him to drop. Because on one side, it was like people understood that he was just in there for so long. He was locked up for 6-7 years and he finally out. He just want to relax. But on the other side, people was like, this is a business. Months went by, no single. More months went by, still no single. Until September 2021, he finally dropped the song. 8 months after being released, and at this point, most of the hype he had went away. But it's Bobby Shmurda, and he just got out of jail, so it was still some hype. It wasn't completely dead, but not as crazy as it was when he first got out. He never dropped the first day out single like anything, but like I said, September come around, he dropped his song, No Time for Sleep. And this song came with a big problem. Bobby dropped a 6-minute song as his first single from being released from prison after 6 years. And when this song released, it was split down the middle, really leaning toward one half. Some people was like, oh, this song good, this a great comeback. But a lot of people was like, what is this? People was really feeling like the song was just bad. But what really had people looking at Bobby sideways was the way he had been acting ever since he got released. Ever since he was free, he was dancing crazy. But during the same month bro got out, he was fighting at a show. He was on stage and the crowd was acting crazy, and somebody, being dumb, threw a bottle on the stage and he hit Bobby, and he started tweaking out. Bobby hopped in the crowd trying to hunt bro down, and I would show y'all the footage, but it's from TMZ. They'll take the video down if I do. But before Bobby could get to him and make a decision he was gonna regret, his man pulled him away. But over the next few years, Bobby's life would start to get hit. First, people started accusing him of sleeping with a man, and it went from that to Bobby getting in some beef. So back in 2021, King Von had passed away, and Rowdy Rebel, the man Bobby took the charges for, came out giving his thoughts. And after this, Youngboy ended up dissing Rowdy. You knew Bobby was gonna get involved. Next day, Bobby posted a video of him talking down on rappers trying to take credit for something their homeboy did. And if you don't know, Quando Rondo homeboy was the one who killed King Von. And Youngboy started going crazy on Bobby. He was live just dissing, bro.
Boy, you lucky I can't talk out one talk, boy. Man, when the last time you ever did a show?
Oh, I don't think he did a show since he came home.
And he around here entertaining more to life?
I don't think dude real gotta be real.
Man, don't you know you could have a butler walking around your house and you entertaining, boy? You a lost soul. Moving out of rap no more, son. What have I done? Man, you gotta look up at top, man. You tripping, fool. Man, go get him some views, man. Help this nigga get some views, man. I guarantee I'm knowing the label ready to drop your bum ass, man. Hey, man, say that boy came home and them people ain't get that no money, man. That nigga the killer go back to jail. This don't get not one
fuck.
Then Bobby responded with his own video.
Don't be on the Instagrams calling the police, please, or saying stuff like police, please. I don't want no problems. I understand that. And see, the thing with these labels, these rappers, I don't want no problem with y'all because y'all got y'all labels, and then y'all got the marketing side where some people's gonna try to push to get you locked up. We got soft, just try it or whatever. You know I'm old school, bro. I'm old school, bro. I'm an old school gangster, bro. I don't like this shit, bro. I don't like the website thing, bro. Please, bro. I'm begging y'all niggas, bro. Please, you got something you pull up on it. You just pull up on me. Don't do this Instagram, please. Or I'll pull up on you. You send me an address. I will come check. Please, bro, I promise. I will pay for my last money. I'm gonna anything. Just come take a flight anywhere, bro. Please, bro. Just do not do the Instagram with me, bro. I'm on parole, bro.
These niggas was really just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And Youngboy even took the IG dissing bro. After beefing for a minute, slowed down until Bobby got back in the headlines. Bro started to fall apart. His label was hoeing him. And it wasn't like this was something new. They was hoeing him back when he first got arrested, before he got arrested, even after he got arrested. So he started publicly dissing labels. He was doing interviews just talking about how bad labels are for the artists and how unfair they are. And even before this moment, he was out in the public trying to leave his label. I got a 70-year-old lady running my label and I love her dearly, but doesn't want to let me go at all. No matter what I do, I've been signed to them since I was 19. I did 6 years in jail trying to get off this label before I came home. You name one person in the industry a label keeps signed in jail for 6 years? Y'all know I made them more millions than they ever gave me. Just let me go. And on the caption of this post, he said, "It ain't a cry for help, it's a message and understanding for my fans. They stopping my music to prolonging my career. I've been holding everything on my own since I've been here. It's been a year, I still feel like I'm in prison. By the way, album done, I need him to let me go." But on the topic of that album, late 2022, he eventually did drop his album. Bad Boy came out, this a mid-review. People was really thinking he couldn't make music no more. And like you heard in that Youngboy clip, Youngboy even said he can't make music no more. But ever since then, Bobby really slowed down on the music. He ain't been dropping, and every time he do, people look at it like it's trash. Like, yeah, every once in a while he might have a little song go viral, but it ain't hitting like it used to. It ain't hits like he used to drop. Bobby was on a run. He was just really dropping hit after hit. Now, he drop a little TikTok song, he might drop a little dance single, he might get in the video, start dancing crazy, but music itself ain't there. Bobby ain't dropped a single in over 6 months, and the world slowly been thinking about him less and less. Like, when the last time you thought, oh yeah, let me turn on some Bobby Shmurda? Or when the last time you thought, when Bobby gonna drop again? I feel like bro could've went crazy if he played his cards right. Like right when he got out, he dropped the first day out, but at the same time, he was in prison for so long. Game ain't the same no more. The type of music he made back then ain't the same music we listen to today. Maybe he just want to do what he want now. He been locked up for so long, he ain't been able to live his life. So what if he don't want to make music no more? What do y'all think about Bobby Shmurda? Hopefully he don't disappear like the artist from my other video. Blake, this rapper came into the game real strong, kind of similar to Bobby signed up Bad Deal. And that really slowed everything down, basically ruining his career before it even got started. And that vid is on screen right now.